It looks like we're live. Just doing a radio check. Pete Butler, resident digital marketing manager here at the award-winning The Marketing People. For those inaugural, it looks like we're live. Just checking with Ash, the master, here at The Marketing People. So welcome to the group of people that will join us in the future as well. So welcome aboard. Pete Butler, I'm the digital manager here at the Marketing People, and essentially we help people get results just like you. And today I've come off the recording, so I'm going to do this live. So I've got me pad and paper of questions that kind people just like you, business owners and obviously marketing teams as well, up and down the country have been sending in some questions, and very, very interesting ones at that as well. We did a few posts on social about, what are your biggest questions in digital marketing, and yeah, some interesting ones. So I thought I'd just answer them live for you today, and if you want to engage, then pop a comment in, and we'll get it answered for you. We'll probably spend about 15-20 minutes thereabouts. Ashley's on a time scale. He's got a deadline to meet this afternoon for an important client of ours, so we're going to make this short and brief. But if you've got any questions, then please do ask them, and we'll probably answer them next week. All right, so question number one. Get used to this microphone. Should be on stage. So, question number one is from Alistair in Aberdeen. We're in property. We help homeowners move. So, looks like they're a property investor group. So, welcome. Thanks for the bringing your question to be answered today. So, their question really is: with Google Ads being really, really competitive, and social media being Facebook and Instagram really, really competitive, what's the best way for us to actually find homeowners who are desperate and in a situation where they need to sell, and hopefully we'll be able to help them sell for cash? Now, great question, Alistair. I've picked this one as my first question because I've got a deep love for property, and so I'm going to answer that one very, very short, very, very quickly. Use Google search, but also empowering that with YouTube in-stream ads. You can get in front of people that are going through what they call moments. So you can get in front of people that are looking at divorce, people that are going to, they're going to solicitors and be looking at separation and so on and so forth. And you can put a message right in front of them to start that relationship. Now, because of the sensitivity of that and the nature of that relationship, you've got to be very soft in your approach. So be informative of their options, not hard sell your house today type of thing. Now, that's hard to do, but it's tough love. But you need to maybe look at it a little bit longer than sell your house today, like popping leaflets through the door. You need to build that relationship up, and what you want to do is basically get them to continue watching your videos or coming to your website. Maybe they can download a gift or download a blog or a PDF about selling their home in 7 days. So I hope that helps, Alistair. Are you signaling me? No. Question number two is from Louise in Leicester. We're an e-commerce business. That's what she's saying. We're selling things for like £3 or £4 makeup by the looks of it. And how do we make it profitable? Now, with e-commerce, it's very important that you get your numbers right. So in other words, don't just put ads out there and do campaigns on the back of a fag packet, so to speak, because that's what we often find here is, when we speak to clients, when was the last time you ran a campaign? And they build it out in literally 20 minutes and it's done. And then you go and spend a lot of money. When the margins are so low, you've got to be really mindful of the maths. So in e-commerce, for instance, email marketing is a strategy that you should be using. So if you're not using email marketing, so that's to people that have probably bought your products in the past, email them back out again and make them an offer. In e-commerce, you've got to be really careful not to basically blow your yearly revenue getting a client. However, you've got to look at it long term. So look at email marketing is probably the best option for e-commerce. And also, again, YouTube advertising is fantastic. If you're selling consumables to women who are getting married, you can get in front of people at that moment when they're looking at bridal wear and they start watching makeup tips and tutorials and so on and so forth. So a great market for you. I hope that helps. Any other questions, drop them in the comments and I'm here to help. So question number 3. Let's have a look, see which one I can pick for you lovely people. So what strategies, what strategies work on social media? All strategies work. Search as well as social media, they all work. It's how you use them. So people come to us and say, oh, I've ran them before, I've ran campaigns before and I've spent too much money. It's because you haven't got the maths right. So you've got to work out before you actually start any campaign, how much is that client worth to me? And how often are they going to buy off me? These are type of 101 business, business questions that you need to be asking yourself. Write them down, and then you've got a goal then to how much you're willing to spend to get a customer. So this client's basically just wrote in, Kim from Kidderminster has wrote in. So how do you choose either search or social media? Well, Kim from Kidderminster, great question. You do both. That's as simply as effectively as it is for you. You do all marketing, because what you'll end up doing is basically trying out and testing search and social media. Now, depending on the type of product, because you haven't told me, Kim from Kidderminster, that rhymes, that doesn't it? I don't know whether it's Kim Kidderminster or Kim from Kidderminster, but you'll have to let me know, Kim. So really to answer your question, do all of them. If you've got a product, Kim, from Kidderminster or Kidderminster, that's searched for in Google, so if people are looking for it, then definitely get involved with search marketing and use YouTube as well, because most people think that Google's just the search engine. It also gives you the ability to basically reach people on millions of websites, and also YouTube as well, where you can actually use the power of Google search and get in front of people who are watching content that maybe relates to your product. Okay, so all of them, all of the above. What strategies would you use for reselling photography? Basically, this guy, George. George is a wedding photographer by the looks of it. When we ask questions, we need to ask them really specific, because people are just sending out real broad emails into us. So you've got to be specific. Note to self. So this one here is a wedding photographer. And how do we get in front of people that are getting married? Well, social media is a great tool for that. And again, use all platforms. And then what you do is you basically narrow down to people that are looking at relationships, looking at just got engaged maybe. The great thing is, with any of these strategies and tactics, you can't just look at the one sale. Most campaigns that we come across have only got one ad, and they're not running any kind of what they call remarketing. So you're just looking for the sale today. So it's like a one-night stand. You got to look at what's the remarketing strategy. So how can you keep those touch points? Because there's over 21 days typically in typical retail sales, from someone actually thinking about buying something to actually buying something. So you need a 21-day follow-up process, which we can help you with here at the Marketing People. So reach out to us, schedule a call with us. It's 15 minutes worth of free advice, and we'll give you some tips on how we can help you not just target people once, but also over 21 days. And I think there's about 35 touch points in 21 days as well, so you can go really heavy. But we know budgets are being stretched at the moment, but also the competition is rife in that market. But give it a go, George. I think we're done. I think we're done, guys. Let's have a look, see if there's any more. Yeah, it comes back to, I mean, I've answered this question already. We sell, we're a coaching, this client here has asked about coaching business. So how would I get in front of people that are looking at coaching? The reality is, nobody wants to spend any, nobody wants to advertise, but people want customers. Nobody wants coaching, but they want the result. So, fitness, sports, elite sports people, as you can see, I'm one. I used to be. And they all have sports coaches, and the way they get that is by having the end goal in mind. So what you've got to do, if you're a coach now, a business coach or a well-being coach, you've got to sell the outcome, not the actual coaching sessions. You've got to sell the goal, the future person who's coming to you. Now, that's how you sell high ticket. And again, for tactics such as social media and Google and YouTube, use all of them, because, and for the person who wrote this in, which I've left the name blank, and apologies for that, but it come from an admin at business coaching. It's a $6,000 a year client. So how much are you willing to spend to get a £6,000 a year client? And I'd like to say it's going to be at least £1,000. So what can you do with £1,000 just to get one client? Quite a lot of damage, actually. You can get into quite a lot, including Google search, a lot of heavy remarketing in social and YouTube. So you're following people up. Now, I've had personal experience in coaching. Now, the average time frame from someone thinking about coaching to actually talking to a coach is similar to our business here at the Marketing People. We're looking at sort of anything from 9 months to a year and a half. We're meeting clients now for the first time, and I know the current situation as it is at the moment, but literally I spoke to them last August summertime last year. So there is that long period of, and they're only coming to us because we're heavily marketing them. So they're seeing us on YouTube, they're seeing us on Google Display, they're seeing us all over the internet. So obviously keeps our brand in front of them. And now all of a sudden they start, getting invites to events such as what we're doing here for you today. So, but if you've got any questions, then drop them in below. I think that's all the questions that I've got for now. But yeah, I think that's done. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. But we're going to make this a regular occurrence. Hopefully, I'll come live every Tuesday for you. Please vote. In fact, you can vote. Please vote for me, because I don't want any of the other team members taking over Digital Marketing Tuesday. So if I get a lot of love hearts and a lot of, yeah, Pete really enjoyed this, or if you've got any kind of questions at all and you want to go a bit deeper, because in these lives we can't go really deep, then, send me a lot of love. I'm feeling a bit, I know we can't hug each other at the moment, but we can certainly give a lot of love hearts. So that's me, Pete Butler at the Marketing People. Have a great day. Take care.